Hello YouTube friends, this is Indie Kitty Keela, and I had some requests for some poetry, so I'm going to read some poetry today. This is my poetry that I wrote many years ago, and we're going to start off with some that I've read before, and then we're going to go on to some that I haven't shared before. The first one's called She Sat Silent. She sat silent as a stone, devoid of any reasons, unmoved by passing seasons. Silently she sat. She sat uncaring and undreaming, unwanting and unknowing, thought not of reaping nor of sowing. She sat there all alone, and silently she sat. The next one's called No Big Deal. Kiss it off. It's no big deal if it isn't what you feel. Rearrange your space and time. Step outside your narrow mind and try to touch the sun. Tell me what it is you feel. Take if it's given, but don't steal. For freely given heart and mind are as light to eyes that have been blind. Could you be the one? Okay, now we're going to go back into the distant, murky past. 1991. September 20th, 1991. Most of these don't have titles, and there's my old scribbly handwriting in my notebook here. September 20th, 1991. In love with love and melancholy, because love won't come my way. No romance, no wine and roses, as the summer fades away. Though I'm not single, I'm so lonely, sad and sorrowful today, wishing life were not so bitter, wishing love would come my way. Maybe it's true I don't deserve it, but whose job is it to say? Perhaps I wouldn't be so tearful if love would come my way. I was actually married to my first husband at the time. And here's another, same date. I never learned to love as loving should truly be. I always wanted something back. Someone who would love me. Someone who'd wipe away the tears, who'd give me back the sun. But no one ever volunteered, not a solitary single one. They always wanted more of me than I had of me to give. And I ended it there. I should have had another couplet on the end, or another thing to rhyme with give. And now we're going to go into October the 2nd, 1991. Why is it that love and sorrow stroll with hands entwined? Why is it that the hope of tomorrow seldom seems to be mine? My heart is weeping. Do my eyes show it? My love lies sleeping and my heart knows it. All loves I've known in this life have held pain, like a flower that's blown by the wind and cold rain. My heart lies wilting on cold barren land. I'm a seed that's guilty of being planted in sand. Why is it that love and heartache stroll with hands entwined? Such sweet sorrow at the parting, but hope and love were never mine. That sounds pretty dark, doesn't it? That's not necessarily true, but it is true that I didn't really understand the nature of real true love. Real true love is not needy or greedy. Sure, we all want to be loved and told we're pretty and given compliments, but real true love doesn't seek something back. At least I don't think so. Let's go back. October 5th, 1984. Kiss it goodbye. Goodbye, my love. Goodbye, my heart and innocence. Goodbye to youth and happiness. So far, so fast it went. Nothing to do but kiss it goodbye. Sit down and cry. It's still no use. You cannot regain the past gone by, lost innocence or youth. That was October 5th, 1984. December 17th, 1984. Off again, on again. It's just one of those things. I'd fly away now if I only had wings. Off over a rainbow and way up high. If I only had wings, I know I could fly. Then I'd be free of these confusing dreams and these off again, on again, obscene kind of things. Hey, Tinkerbell. This is Tinkerbell. Tinkerbellum. Say hi, Tinkerbell. See? Look. She's like, no, I don't see. She's a sweetie. She just showed up at my house one day, hungry, with fleas, yeah, needing a place to stay. And she's been here ever since. Little Tinkerbell. What a sweetie. Yes, you are. You're a sweetie. December 17th, 1984. Here I go, and though not for the first time, I'm freer than I've been before. I'm seeking out the liberty I crave and something more. Onto the road, chasing the sun, southward bound, down to the sea. I'm racing after freedom now. Who will come with me? December 11th, 84. Whom do I trust now more than any? Whom do I love till the very end? There are so few, so special out of the many. I call my dearest, I call my friend. November 29th, 1984. I'd cry if I could, but my tears won't fall, but inward on my bleeding heart. I'd answer still if you would call, but we've drifted too far apart. And you've said you never loved me, now I doubt you ever will, so all I can do is set you free, as I have had my fill, of giving till it hurts my heart, of loving a ghost from the past, trying to make you see me dancing, only dancing in shadows cast. I need a love to hold me now, to comfort me in my distress. I need someone to love me too, though I'll never love you less. And as I've said, my tears won't fall, or I'd sit right down and cry, for knowing now I'll never reach your heart. At last, I've said goodbye. November 29th, 1984. Sorry, got an itchy nose. Allergies. Oh, love, I sit in shadow still and silently dream of you. Though I know now that it's over, done with, past and through, I still dream of your hand in mine, and our lips meeting in a kiss, with a love that's fire could melt the sun. Why can't you picture this? Will you regret as I have said? Will you cry in your heart as have I? Will you ever long for my embrace, now that I've said goodbye? My heart's still a fool, still belongs to you, but you will never see, though I've desperately tried to love anew, still I am not yet free. I've said as much in deed and rhyme, but nothing will rhyme as before, and there's nothing to do. My inspiration was you, and your love for me is no more. October 8th, 1984. We played the game together, but the games we played were not the same. No, not the same at all. We touched so briefly, only a moment, but swiftly it passed. Now it's hard to recall. The feelings remain in my heart just as strong, as if it were yesterday, and yet I know it was long ago, so close, so far away. Like you, my love, as I held you, I could not hold your heart, and yet you let me hold you, briefly, and know the subtle art of melting sweetly 2 to 1, holding hands and sharing dreams for a moment or two. I knew you, till you rearranged the scene, and you wouldn't let me touch you, kiss your lips, or hold your eyes, in silent gaze, wordless speech, but I couldn't even cry. December 19th, 1984. I don't know why my heart jumps up at the mention of your name, and I don't know why I need your touch to set me all aflame, and I don't know why, when I thought I'd lost, I wanted so badly to cry. I just don't understand it, and I wish I could know why. June 27th, 1985. We were going to see the world together. Do you remember? Remember when? I remember with a pang in my heart how much I loved you then. Now should we leave tomorrow morning and at last be on our way? Oh, but I've taken another lover now. We should have left here yesterday. For I have tied my hands firmly behind me so I cannot reach out as before, and I've gone and wed another, though it's you I had loved more. Oh, I have loved more. Ah, I guess that's in the distant past now, but it's still there. What else do I have here? Oh, there's some nice depressing stuff about my first marriage and my cousin dying. But I so wanted to know wisdom, kindness, beauty, love, knowledge, truth. That's still pretty much the same, I'd say. That was 1992. June 8th, 1982. Let's see here. I think I had a crush. Yes, I remember it well. When I see you, my heart races, and I don't know what to say. While my libido's going through its paces, my mind has run away. And oh, how I wish I could impress you with my intelligence and my wit. How I wish I could undress you, but I cannot forget. Neither do I have the right to, or your permission, and if I did, I still don't really know you, so I'd best keep my dreaming hid. And perhaps we can be friends now. Maybe that's all we'll ever be. Or maybe someday I'll tell you how your proximities affected me. Yeah, I told him. It was a disaster. But love is never wasted. Or was it lust? I don't know. There's something so virile about you, so masculine, sexy, and strong. My heart beats in primitive reaction, and Lord help me, I know it's wrong. But somehow you tug at my heartstrings as well as my body, and so I'm finding it harder to fight it than you will ever know. Okay, what else do I have in here? The end of another bad romance. October 25th, 1999. You ripped my heart out and threw it back at me and just expected me to deal with it, expected me to watch you leave and look for someone else. How could you be so heartless, so cruel? How could you leave me when I needed you so much? How could you walk away when you told me you'd never leave? I let myself believe you. I let you in closer than any man had been. I told you of my fears and my dreams, and I let you hold me when I cried. I thought I'd die, but I knew I must go on. But your heart must be made of stone if you can't understand how deep you cut me when you left. Then to tell me you want someone else, that's too much for my heart to bear, knowing you really don't care. You said, I put everyone else before you. That's not true. I wanted you for always. But when I said, I could not take it, I couldn't see you and know you were loving someone else. You wanted to hit me, to hurt me even more, as if to settle the score. I never rejected you. I gave you the best I had to give, and I could not live. Even now, just knowing how you feel cuts and bruises my already broken heart. You weren't the first, and yet you hurt me worse, because I trusted, I believed, that you could see my heart and perceive the depth of my love for you. Now I can't sleep, and I don't want to eat, and you just wanted to twist the knife you shoved into me, into my back, when I wasn't looking. No one else can feel this pain for me. They all say I'm lucky to have escaped with my freedom, but my heart is still a prisoner, and I've got to break free. It's torturing me. I never meant to hurt you, if that's what I did. If I implied rejection, I didn't know. I tried to show you how much I loved you, in gestures, by touch, in words. I spoke with my heart. And now I'm wondering what you heard. And I keep asking myself why. Why, right as I had decided I would marry you, did you turn and walk away? Why wouldn't you even listen to what I was trying to say? And why can't you understand that I have to get angry just to survive? I can't bear the thought of you with another lover. And I knew when you wouldn't touch me, I knew you were really gone. You closed your heart like it was a door and deadbolted it against my pleas, hardened it, harder than stone, and left me here all alone. I should never have let myself love. I guess I should have known. But I still don't understand. I felt so close to you. What did you need from me that I didn't give you? A piece of paper? A deed? And why did you leave when I was ready to sign on the dotted line? I just wanted to be sure I had your heart as you had mine. Turns out I didn't. And October 25th, 99. You'll probably never read this. You'll probably never know how deep it is you've cut me, how I have lost all hope. But I've got to tell somebody how it is that you've broken my heart. I've got to somehow get through this, but I'm not sure where to start. If only I hadn't loved you, if only I had not let you in, then perhaps I wouldn't suffer so. Perhaps I could start again. But not now, not yet, not this minute. Right now all I can do is grieve that you could be so cruel and hurtful. Why did I ever believe? Yes, I tried to cut all ties, tried to be strong and turn away, and yet my fool heart's breaking with all I could not say. Because you would not listen. You already made up your mind. I wasn't what you wanted. You already left me behind. The silver ties were broken, as if they never existed at all, and you couldn't stop. There, you were vicious, even when I'd call. When I tried to reach out, you hit me low and fast and hard. So why do I keep on crying when the way to your heart is barred? Sometimes I think I am not strong enough for this world. My heart bleeds too easily. When I see impoverishment and injustice, no mercy, no natural love. Every time I open up, I'm cut and bruised and beat, and I ask God to help me because I don't know how I can go on one more mile. How can I smile when my heart is broken? How can I live and yet fear to die? And why can't anyone love me? Am I unworthy? Why am I not enough? I feel so foolish. I feel so lost and cold and alone. I have loved and loved unwisely, and I guess I should have known, but I let myself believe and I was betrayed. And now all I can do is beg God to help me and forgive me for my need. I am ashamed. It was also October 25th, 99. I was on a roll that day. This is like a form of therapy. If you have thoughts and feelings that you can't share with anybody because they're too tender, because it hurts too much, you can always share it with paper and get it out of your system and go back later and read it. 10/25/99. What does this say? Not a snowball's chance in hell. That's what you said. When did it come to this? And why didn't I see? Oh yes, I knew something was wrong, but I wasn't sure what. See what I get? When I couldn't tell you why, I tried to explain. but you wouldn't even listen. I was prepared to give my life, but I had to be sure. And you wanted someone else. You want someone else now. I was not enough. Couldn't do enough or be enough for you, and I cry. I never rejected you. You rejected me, and my heart can't stand betrayal of that kind. Guess I was blind, believing you really loved me. What a fool. You gave me back my freedom. Yet, I'm not free. Another one from 10/25/99. It's like being in a dream, a bad, bad dream, and I can't wake up. Love is through with me. I was not good enough. And now I'm like a sleepwalker, trying to get through the days, living in a nightmare or some obscene screenplay. And the nights are by far the hardest, granite, diamond, stone, gouging at my inner core, leaving me no doubt I am alone. $10.26.99. Thank you, God, for this little ray of sunshine to lighten up the darkness, a little ray of light to lessen up the load. If I need to get a windshield fix on December 4th, '99, it was $205. Woo! $11.9.99. You made me believe in you. You encouraged my trust, unshackled my heart and desire, and taught me new levels of lust. And then you slammed me right in the heart so unexpectedly, and I've fallen apart. So easy for you to walk away. Said, here's your freedom back. And what can I say? I truly loved you, faults and all. And I'd hoped we'd come together again. But you don't even call. You said you'd always be there for me. And what a fool I was, I believed. And I shouldn't even miss you, knowing I was deceived. I thought I knew you, thought we'd always be a pair. But you walked out, and I still love you. And you don't even care. Of course, I was talking to my neighbor later about that, and he said, you know, some people, they'll never tell you, even if they were wrong. They'll never apologize, and that's probably what it is. He said, you know, that guy, he's probably going to realize he made a mistake, but he'll never tell you that. Like, well, there's some consolation. Ha-ha. $11.11.99. The relationship grew stale, you said. Like what? A bagel? An old dinner roll? I guess you just grew tired of me, and worst of all, I did not know. Had we married, would you have left me just the same, as if I'd been no more than a diversion, a worn-out shoe or game? When did you stop loving me, and can you please tell me why? I didn't know what I'd done so wrong, and all I can do now is cry, in the middle of dinner or a movie or alone in my bed at night. I'm tortured by the thought, and I can't forget the slight. I don't want to repeat the mistake again, don't want to be so alone and lonely in the midst of a crowded room. I'd not have made it if I had known. Is that just the way things are? You just tire of people and move on? Is there any hope for an abiding love, or am I better off alone? Nah. You're only better off alone if you're with the wrong people. Try to be the right person. Oh, and then you remember that song. There's a song I just jotted down here, like the song says. And I don't know if I've ever been really loved by a hand that's touched me. And I think my head is caving in. I think that's Matchbox 20. $11.15.99. So the truth, ugly and naked, comes out. You were simply bored with me. Gee, I feel so much better knowing that. That cuts so much less than my reticence to many. That's a whole different story. Wow. Why couldn't I see it? I was not a person to you at all, just a convenience, and I was right. Not to have wanted to trust, but I was sucked in by kisses, sweet words, and attention. Passion, was it ever real to you? Was I? And why just when I was ready to give my life to you in writing? Why did you wait till then to tell me it was too late? Why did you pretend to love me when you didn't? Because if you did, I don't know how you could have been so, it could have been so easy to walk away. I don't understand. When I said I loved you, I meant that, even in anger and hurt that didn't go away. Even now, I'm not proud of it. But my heart is having trouble letting go. Why couldn't you love me forever and always like you said? What did I do so wrong? Trying to shoulder the burdens of responsibility? Sometimes sometimes something, fitfully, because I need someone to be strong for me. Is that why? Self-therapy. So anyway, the moral of the story is not what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I don't know about that. Maybe made out of iron or stone or something. I don't know. But we can survive even with our hearts broken, crushed, shattered. We're stronger than that. We're more resilient. Hope comes back. And I used to joke about it and say hope springs eternal in the hearts of the optimist. I'm just an optimist about love. And that's kind of true. And I also grew up watching Underdog. If at first you don't succeed, try again. It's kind of my motto in life, you know? I mean, life is an adventure. We're on an adventure. It's not like, I don't know. Maybe it is kind of like reading a book. We're making our own book as we go along. So make it interesting and make it a good one. And be the hero or heroine, not the bad guy. Anyway, peace. Talk to you later.